When I went to college, I was much more focused on partying and having fun and hanging out with my friends than anything to do with my schoolwork or, anything that had to do with the actual reason I was there. And for some reason, my junior year, I had a 8 in the morning class. I think it was I really needed that credit for my major. So I had to take that 8 in the morning class because that's when it was available. And that class was the bane of my existence. My diet at the time was mainly Genesee beer and Bar S hot dogs. If you're not familiar with Bar S hot dogs, they are the lowest quality mystery meat rat dogs you could possibly find. But they were $1 a pack if you bought 10 packs. So I was all over it. I would cook them over my gas stove with a fork, like I lived under a bridge. So it was mainly those and Jenny, like every afternoon, evening, sometimes mornings. So that meant my stomach was pretty unpredictable at the time, and I never really knew what was going to happen. On this morning, after a night of Bar S hot dogs and Genesee beer, I woke up at 7:50 for my 8 in the morning class, and it was about a 10-minute drive. So I woke up in a panic, grabbed my book bag, left in the clothes that I slept in, and jumped in my car. Not long after I started driving, my stomach started going a little nuts, and it was I'm keep driving. I'm like, oh man, I think something's gonna happen. And I was getting a little worried, but I was kind of used to this, still am. So I parked the car and I get out, and there's a 600-yard walk or so through basically a grass, field. I'm walking through the field, and as I'm getting going, I can feel my stomach rumbling more and more. And so I'm walking faster and faster. My stomach's getting crazier and crazier. So I'm getting more and more worried. And I know that I just have to make it to this flight of stairs, go up the flight of stairs, make a right, and then the building I'm going to is right there. And I know that the bathroom is right in the front too. So if I just make it to the building, I'm fine. So I look at the stairs, and I'm like, this is my last ditch effort. I got to do it. So I run right up the stairs. And when I get to the top, I plant my left foot and make a turn. And when I make the turn, everything that I was holding in just burst out of me like it was a tsunami. I'm standing at the top of the stairs in shock. In hindsight, I know I shouldn't have ran up the stairs. That was the mistake I made. But I really thought that I was going to be able to make it at the time. So now I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Luckily it was 7:55 in the morning, so there wasn't a lot of people around. So I shuffled over to the building. The sweatpants had elastic bottoms, but who knows what's gonna happen. So I shuffled my way over to the building, and the bathroom, like I said, is just right there. So I kind of snuck in, and thankfully no one's in the bathroom. I got to take my pants off, but I got to be really careful about it because I don't want to make a mess on the floor or anything. So I take my shoes off, and then very, very slowly inch my pants down. I'm very delicate, just kind of have it in a little ball and just put it off to the side. So then I got to take these underwear off, and this is, I still feel terrible about this, but I had to abandon those underwear. Those were not my underwear anymore. They belong to the bathroom. I'm sorry, janitor man. I'm really sorry about that. The next step is cleaning my legs off, and I am a mess. It was like the toilet from Lethal Weapon 2 exploded in my pants. I'm just a nightmare. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do. So I get some toilet paper, and I'm just kind of doing the best I can. It's not really going that well, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Moving right along, because I didn't want anyone to walk into that bathroom while I was still in there, I had to figure out my pants. So I carefully picked them up and started unwrapping them over the toilet like the worst present anyone's ever received. And I'm just like shaking them out and like scraping them out with toilet paper. And that was a really thick fleece. So it was the nightmare continued, basically. So now I'm like, they're like, I guess you can call them wearable. In this situation, they're wearable. So I have to slime my way back into those pants, and I put my shoes back on, and now it's like, all right, I got to make it back to my car in the quickest way possible. So I'm heads down, grab my book bag, heads down, right out of the bathroom. I make a left towards the door, and right there's two ladies from my class headed. I think they were running a little late, so they're headed to class. I'm just like, I don't know you. I don't go here. This isn't the school, wrong school. So then I just walk back to my car, heads down, beeline, like the kid from Charlie Brown with the stink lines. I'm fucking Pigpen now. When I got back to the apartment, my roommates were either gone or sleeping. So I just took all the clothes that I was wearing off and put them in a garbage bag, like a murderer, and took it into the back and threw it in the garbage can. And then I went into the bathroom and took the longest, hottest shower of my entire life, also like a murderer. So after my 45-minute shower, I got out and went back to bed, and my girlfriend at the time was still sleeping in there, and she thought I was going to be at school all day, you know? So she's like, why'd you come back? Well, I thought you were going to be at school all day. And I just like angrily turned my shoulder to her and was like, I don't want to talk about it. Hey, thanks for watching that video. I really appreciate it. If you really liked it, can you really like it and maybe subscribe and ding that bell and do whatever else it is you got to do? And if you want, here's some more videos that you can watch. And then at the end of those videos is going to be this video, because time's an endless circle or whatever.